Hi everyone, I am Bea, and this is the Tale Spinner, the place where forgotten stories come to life. Here I will tell you about legends and creatures you may not know, and while I give them visible shape. The subject I'm going to talk to today, it's not very common. I'm pretty sure you don't know this. I have known about this subject by seeing an old film. This film is named V, and it's based on the Gogol's novel V. Has been written in 1835, and it belongs to the work Mirgorod. The film V is considered the first Soviet horror film, and it dates back to 1967. I recommend this film because it's very faithful to the book. It's very well done. For what concerns the character V, it appears only at the end of the story, but let's take a step back. The story takes place in Kiev, and the protagonist, the main character, is Koma, which is a philosophy student, a young student. It's a Bursak, which it's a particular appellation to indicate a pure student, and the novel of Gogol describes very well this particular historical context. Why I recommend to read the book? Because the first part of the novel describes with plenty of particulars this social rural context where Bursaki used to go among the open market, the village, to ask for some food and some rest, just because they were poor. And this is an important information for the story. Well, story, Koma, it's going around with two of his mates and to get some food from the village. During the night, they need to rest in a farm, but Koma meets a witch. Yes. It suddenly happens that a witch appears in the story. Koma is under the spell of this witch, but he managed to get rid of her. He kills her and leaves her to die in a pond. After this confrontation, Koma runs away. The following day, Koma is met by a Sotnik, a chief of a village. The Sotnik is an appellation to indicate the chief of a Cossack community. It's a military rank. Koma has to go to this chief's house to pray for 3 days for his deceased daughter. Okay, it's quite strange, but he has to go. He could not decline this task. So we don't know the name of this daughter, but Koma just has to pray for 3 days because this is the last wish of the deceased girl. Koma discovers that that girl is the same witch he has killed, and he cannot escape the task, not escape the church where he is to pray, because it's locked from the outside. So the problem is that every night the Panochka is an appellation to indicate the maiden in Russian language. She awakens and every night attempts to attack Koma in revenge. The people of the village know that that Panochka probably was a witch, but her father did not know, or in the book it's not said that he know about that. Just want to accomplish to the last wish of his daughter. So Koma tries to defend himself for the first and second night with prayers and protective circles. But on the third night, the woman summons V. Well, we finally see the V. It's a gigantic humanoid characters accompanied by a small army of sprites and devils. Monsters of every type, very scary, and which look like I think is Hieronymus Bosch monsters, so the most creepy thing you can imagine. Okay, they are this kind of monsters. His enormous eyelids are lifted by these spirits, so he could not keep eyelids on by himself, so he always needs the help of some spirit. Well, the point is that Koma is protected by prayers and a holy circle, so that nor the Panochka and nor the spirits are able to see Koma. Okay, they are trying to reach him, but he is protected until he manages to keep his faith, his moral strength. And that is the reason why Panochka summons the V. The V has a particular gaze, an evil power that breaks every spell, which is why he is summoned against Koma, and he instills terror in his victim. V embodies the fear of the unknown, the duel between good and evil, between will and terror. So it seems that his specific role is precisely that of an anti-exorcist, the perfect force to be deployed against the good spells. So it's the special weapon against the Koma's prayers. The crux of the story is precisely this tug of war between fear and inner strength. The body of V is made of natural elements such as roots. The soil is completely covered by soil. Head and fingers are covered from iron. These particulars made me remind about Baba Yaga. He is a folklore figure. Belongs to a Slavic culture, especially Polish and Ukrainian, but it's influenced by Germanic mythology. His name has variants such as Nia or Tia, or it's also pronounced Via in Russian, and it could literally mean eyelashes or dissolving, or even corpse, which means dead body, depending on the meaning of the various languages. He is thought to be the equivalent of the king of the underworld, although Gogol simply defines him as the king of the gnomes, and he refers to the world of fairies and forest spirits in general. He is therefore derived from fairy tale or pagan narrative tropes. He has no connection to any religious infernal background. In any case, the character described by Gogol is therefore an evolution of the traditional V, and appears to be a blend of multiple influences, especially those from Germanic Romantic literature. As for the character of the witch of the Panochka, she is a mixture of several characters, a witch who enchants men, a vampire who feeds on children like a lamia, but also a sort of mischievous spirit. Generally, she follows the model of a witch seeking revenge, a narrative thread that would be reprised in subsequent European films. See The Mask of the Demon. There are also similarities with the Rusalka. The Rusalka is also mentioned in the Gogol novel itself. The Rusalka, which is another female character from Russian folklore, who lives in the swamps and lures men as victims. In the story of 1967 film adaptation, I appreciate the juxtaposition of rural paganism and religion between the protagonist's imperfect soul and the moral strength he must summon to face evil. My favorite part of the film, then, is the setting of the small, centrally planned country church inside which appear figures of saints in Orthodox style, with stern and disturbing faces. Well, in my interpretation, you can see here in the video, I represented my favorite film scene, and I wanted to represent the Panochka like a corrupted character. So in the book, she is described as an incredible, beautiful woman, but when she takes the appearance of the old witch, yes, it's an old woman, but I just wanted to represent her with her real aspect. And I particularly like the use of color of the film inside the church. In the book, we can see that the church is almost completely dark, except for the light of the candles. And I really like the atmosphere of this place. Just imagine the wall painting of the saints with severe faces, a little spooky, you can guess it. And then we have the V. I have attempted, I wanted to represent the V in the most faithful way, according to the description of the book and also the film. It's scary, very scary, in just one page of the book. So it's terrible, and just with a glaze, it can overcome the praise of the poor comma. So I hope that this subject has interested you. I recommend you to see the film, which is available. You can find it very easily, I think, and also to read the book, which is an important piece of literature. Okay, thank you for your attention, and follow this channel for the next videos about creatures and legends. Thank you very much. See you.